bit about Caleb Durbin, because he's somebody that I haven't talked a lot about on this channel. He's getting a lot of attention for a number of reasons. Reason number one is that Gleyber Torres is effectively gone. I mean, Gleyber Torres is not coming back. He already cleared off his Instagram profile. That's like, that's like changing your relationship status on Facebook. He just set the Arizona Fall League record with 29 stolen bases, and there's only been 24 games. So he's averaging more than a stolen base per game down there. He's hitting over 300. His on-base percentage in the minor leagues for his career is 374, which is terrific. It's over 400 in the AFL right now. Here's a stat that I wanted to throw at you, Aiden, that I find particularly encouraging. In his career in the minor leagues, 134 walks, 111 strikeouts. So more walks than strikeouts. That tells you he's got a very good eye. And you mentioned how short he was. He's 5'8", about 180 pounds, and he crouches down a little bit in his stance. So he's got a very small strike zone. So when you combine a good eye with a command of the strike zone, those are signs of a good modern hitter. Now, I don't know if he's going to actually hit well against major league pitchers, but I wanted to get your thoughts on Caleb Durbin. Also on his neck, because it's insane. He's got a neck like a linebacker, man.
Yeah, he's got a massive neck. He is absolutely yoked up for a guy of his size. But he's a really interesting prospect because his profile reminds me a lot of Anthony Volpe when he was coming up. And he's a short, stocky guy. But he had a good slash line this year. Batted .275 with a .388 on base percentage, a .451 slug. That makes for an .839 OPS. My main concern with him is that he just doesn't hit the ball very hard, and that's why he reminds me of Volpe a lot. He's a slap hitter who's really fast on the bases and a good defender. He's a contact-oriented bat, so you're not really going to expect him to hit the ball that hard, but his average exit velocity this past season was 83.8 miles per hour, and he just had a 3.3 barrel rate. Those are kind of remarkably low, and his hard hit rate was only 25%, so not really where you want it to be. That's from StatCast data. There's now some minor league StatCast data, but of course a hitter with his profile is not going to hit the ball very hard. He's not going to be a big slugger, but like you mentioned, he walks a lot and he doesn't strike out a ton. His whiff rate is low at 16%. He has a 12.5% walk rate and a 9.9% strikeout rate. So his strikeout rate is below 10%. I really like to see that. That's a really encouraging thing. I do think that Durbin will be on the opening day roster. I think he's going to get a big shot in spring training, and then he's going to make the opening day team. I don't know if he's going to start, but he's definitely going to be in the mix in 2025 for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit risky to go with a rookie who hasn't played in the major leagues at all on opening day, especially when they have some suspect metrics like you just mentioned with the exit velocity. But, if the Yankees re-sign Juan Soto, they're going to be looking to cut costs in other areas. And I could see this being a place where they do it, because if it doesn't work out, there are other second basemen you can go out and get, right? I mean, you could also call up Oswald Peraza and give him a shot at second base. So I wouldn't be shocked if they hang on to Peraza, even though he's been kind of like, cast aside in the organization. You could also move Jazz Chisholm over to second base and go get a third baseman. And I think that's something that we should also spend a little bit of time on, because there's been some rumors about Alec Bohm. We'll talk about him in a minute. This was a clip from a recent podcast. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and check out the full episode. Ball game over. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and give us a subscribe. It helps other Yankees fans find the channel. We're also on all your favorite podcast platforms and social media. Join the community, have some fun. We're here after every game. This is Pinstripe Territory.